Yes, students. Now we will revise the place of supply provisions. Anything we learn in this chapter, that is the place of supply or even the concept of supply, is a part of IGST Act, guys. So before we learn the place of supply provision, first we should know why do we require the place of supply to decide the nature of supply, guys. That is the concept of supply, whether the supply is intrastate or interstate. Accordingly, what tax has to be levied under GST will be decided. The concept of supply, or we also call it as nature of supply, is also a part of IGST Act. Section 7 of IGST Act talks about the interstate supply. What is interstate supply, sir? Where the location of supplier and place of supply is in two different states or two different union territories or one state or one union territory. We call it as interstate supply. Along with that, import and export will always be called as interstate supply. Then one special thing under GST. Guys, under GST, special economic zone, that is SEZ, is considered to be a location outside India. Even though it is actually a part of India, or even though it might be within the same state, but still it will be considered as a location outside India only for GST purpose. So if I am a business who is having any branch or unit in SEZ, then I need to take separate registration for it. Or else, if I am a SEZ developer, means assume I am a real estate developer, the government has declared any particular area as SEZ and they want me to develop that area so that companies come and operate there. So I am called as SEZ developer. And for me also, under GST, registration is mandatory. I need to take separate registration. Yes, sir. Now coming to the concept of supply. Anything supplied to or by SEZ developer or SEZ unit is always interstate supply, guys. Anything going to them or anything coming from them is treated as interstate supply. And in case of interstate supply, what would be levied, people? IGST would be levied and collected by the central government, but half of it will be shared with the destination state. Yes, sir. Then coming to what is intrastate supply is given in section 8 of IGST Act. Very easy. Sir, when location of supplier and place of supply is in the same state or same union territory, we call it as intrastate supply. And in case of intrastate supply, if it is within the state, we levy CGST and SGST. If it is within the union territory, then we levy CGST along with UTGST, guys. All this we have already learned, nothing new. But anyway, before we get into the place of supply, it is good to know why do we require place of supply. Yes, then section 9 of IGST Act is telling if the location of supplier or place of supply is in territorial water, then we need to consider that the location of supplier or place of supply is in the nearest coastal state or union territory, whichever is closest or nearest to the baseline. Baseline, guys. Yes, sir. Now coming to the place of supply. So we require place of supply to decide the nature of supply. Actually, there are two things which we need to know. What is it? The location of supplier and place of supply. Location of supplier means wherever the supplier is registered, guys. Yes, sir. What about place of supply? Place of supply means actually where the goods is consumed or where the services are utilized. Okay. And GST is called as what? Consumption based tax or destination based consumption tax. So the revenue has to go, that is the tax revenue has to go to the destination state. So that is why the place of supply will play a major role. The government should know, that is especially the central government, when they levy and collect the IGST, they should know with whom they have to share that revenue. So for that, place of supply is very important. Or even to know, should I levy CGST, SGST or should I levy IGST? The place of supply plays a important role, guys. And the place of supply provisions are separately covered for goods and services. Yes, first we will learn for goods, then we will learn for services. Totally there are four sections. Two sections talks about place of supply for goods and two sections talks about the place of supply for services. But what is covered in your syllabus is only two sections. One is for goods, one is for services. So we will see, guys. Yeah. Now first we'll learn section 10, which talks about the place of supply of goods other than supply of goods imported into or exported from India. If goods are imported or exported, then the place of supply for that goods will be decided as per section 11. And section 11 is not a part of your syllabus, guys. Got it? So whatever we are deciding the place of supply is with respect to domestic transactions. Okay, in simple, other than import and export. Yes, sir. So there are various scenarios. I have covered everything here. So please pay attention. Look here, look here. Hello. Yes. First, section 10(1)(a), where supply involves movement of goods. For example, assume I am supplying goods to you. So there is a movement of goods from my place to your place. So what is the place of supply? Wherever the movement of goods terminates, normally in your place. In simple, wherever it is delivered. Wherever it is delivered. Yes, sir. So 10(1)(a) I have covered. Now let me move to 10(1)(c). Later I will come to 10(1)(b), where there is no movement of goods in a supply. For example, you will go to a mall or you will go to any showroom and purchase the goods there. So is there a movement? No. After you purchase, you will carry it to your place. But from supplier to recipient, is there a movement? No. Or else, assume goods are already in your place. Goods are already in your place, but now you are purchasing it. For example, you have taken a building on rent where there is a fan, AC, everything. Now you felt that let me buy this fan, let me buy this AC, which is already in your place. So is there a movement of goods from supplier to you? No, no. In that case, what is the place of supply? The place of supply would be the location of such goods at the time of delivery to the recipient, guys. At the time of delivery. Normally, especially when you go to showroom and all, assume I went to Tata Chromo and purchased a laptop. So delivery will be given immediately. Yes. So they will issue me the invoice, deliver the goods, and immediately I need to make the payment. Yes. So wherever it is delivered, that is the place of supply, guys. Oh, now coming back to 10(1)(b). So we have seen when there is movement, when there is no movement. Next, 10(1)(b), where the goods are delivered to the recipient or any other person on the direction of third party. We call this as bill to ship to transaction. Okay. So what is the place of supply? Place of supply of such goods shall be the principal place of business of the third party who is considered to be a deemed recipient, guys. So I will try to explain this with an example. Yes, pay attention. Assume Mr. A ordered the goods with B to deliver it to C. So who is the person who ordered for the goods, who originated this transaction? A. So for B is the actual supplier. For B, who is the recipient, even though physically goods are delivered to C, for B, A is a customer. So he will send the bill or invoice to A, whereas he will ship the goods to C. So we call it as bill to ship to transaction, bill to ship to. Okay. So physically goods are received by C, but for GST purpose, we consider Mr. A as deemed recipient. That is as if he has received the goods. As if he has received the goods. Yes. And the place of supply provisions is telling the principal place of business of Mr. A is considered to be the place of supply. For the supply between whom? A and B. What is the place of supply? The principal place of business of the deemed recipient, who is A. Got it? Yes. And there is actually one more supply between A to C. Why did A ask B to deliver the goods to C? C will be A's customer. Yes. So there is one more supply between A to C. For that, what is the place of supply, sir? As there was a movement of goods, wherever the movement of goods will terminate, that is C's place, that is considered as place of supply as per section 10(1)(a). This is for the supply between A and C, guys. A and C, but this is as per 10(1)(a). I'm just covering that also. But what we just now learned is with respect to the goods which is ordered by A with B to deliver it to C, guys. So as per section 10(1)(b), the principal place of business of Mr. A, who is a deemed recipient, is the place of supply. Is that clear? Yes. See, I have just explained this part also. If they have asked you to explain in the exam, you are explaining. If not, you can ignore this transaction. Got it? Yes, sir. Yeah, let us continue. Next, 10(1)(ca), where an unregistered person purchases the goods over the counter, that is OTC, in one state and thereafter transport the goods to another state. In that case, the address of the unregistered person in the invoice will be considered as the place of supply. Address means should complete address be given, sir? No. Even if the name of the state is mentioned, it is enough. Even if the name of the state is mentioned, it is enough. Assume you are an unregistered person. You are coming to a Bangalore. In Bangalore, you purchase some goods over the counter and you are taking it to your state. And assuming you are outside Karnataka. Yes. So you are coming, assume from Andhra Pradesh. You are coming from Andhra Pradesh to Bangalore. You are purchasing the goods over the counter and you are taking back these goods to your state. And in the invoice, even if Andhra Pradesh is mentioned, that is the place of supply. Sir, what if nothing is mentioned in the invoice? Then, if address of the unregistered person is not recorded in the invoice, then the location of supplier will be the place of supply. Location of supplier and place of supply. Place of supply is also location of supplier. In that case, it will be intrastate supply, guys. See, in few cases, the location of supplier will be considered as place of supply. And in that case, it is implied that it is a intrastate supply because location of supplier and place of supply, which is again a location of supplier, is in the same state, guys. Okay, sir. And there is also one clarification here. Let me just read it. In case of supply of goods to an unregistered person, okay, that is B2C, where the billing address and delivery address are different, the supplier may record the delivery address as the address of the recipient on the invoice for the purpose of determination of place of supply of the said supply of goods. Let me give a simple example. Assume you are an unregistered person. You are ordering on Amazon a goods to be delivered to me in Karnataka. You are from Tamil Nadu. So you ordered a goods on Amazon or Flipkart to be delivered it to me. So invoice address, assume you are given your address, Tamil Nadu address, whereas delivery address is my address, that is Karnataka. So in that case, the place of supply would be delivery address, guys. So place of supply will be Karnataka. Hope you got it. Yes, sir. Next, 10(1)(d). Where the goods are installed or assembled at site, then the place of supply will be wherever it is assembled or installed, guys. For example, assume I have ordered for a AC to be installed in my office, or else I have ordered for a machinery which has to be installed in my factory. Wherever it is getting installed, that is my office or factory, that would be the place of supply. And don't worry, for all this there will be a hint given in the question, guys, that it has to be installed in so and so place and all. Accordingly, wherever the goods has to be installed, then or assembled, then consider that place as the place of supply. Okay. Then 10(1)(e), where the goods are supplied on a board, a conveyance. That is, during travel, you have purchased any goods. During the travel, during the journey, you have purchased any goods. Assume you are going in train. In your journey, you have purchased some food items or any other goods like books, or even you are going through flight. In the journey, you have purchased any item. In that case, can we so see where it is sold, where it is consumed and all? No. Wherever that goods was taken on board, that is the place of supply, guys. So you can see here, location where such goods are taken on board is the place of supply, and not where they are sold or where they are consumed, because that is difficult to decide, especially when you are in a journey. Okay, so this is all about the place of supply of goods in case of domestic transactions. If in case, if you cannot decide the place of supply as per any of the above provisions, then section 10 subsection 2 is telling decide as per the rules. Decide as per the rules. This is like a last option. If you cannot decide as per any of the above provisions as per section 10(1), then 10(2) is telling decide as per the rules. And rules is not a part of your syllabus, guys. Yes, sir. Then I told you 11, which talks about import and export of goods. It is also not a part of your syllabus. Yes. And for each of this, guys, in my provision book, I have given number of illustrations. I will just show you. If you also have my provision book, you just open it. If not, I will show you. Don't worry. Yes. So you can see here. If you want, you can pause for a moment and you can go through it. See, for each of the case, I have given the illustrations, guys. Okay, I will just display it now. So what I want you guys to is just pause the video and go through it one by one quickly. Quickly, go through. Don't waste time. Because when you go, read the provisions along with the case or an example or illustration, that will give you more clarity. That is why I'm just showing you all this. Yes, now we will move for services, guys. Now we will see what is the place of supply for services, where the location of supplier as well as the location of recipient is in India. It is as per section 12. Sir, what if any one is outside India? For example, location of supplier or location of recipient. If it is outside India, then we need to decide the place of supply for services as per section 13. And section 13 is not a part of your syllabus. Feel happy about it. Section 13 is not a part of your syllabus, guys. Okay. Now, before we learn section 12, I have just given a student's note here. Guys, here it is very easy for services. There are a number of different cases, but most of them will fall under one criteria. There is a one presumption here. What is it, sir? If it is a B2B supply, if it is a B2B supply, then what would be the place of supply means the location of recipient, because the recipient is registered. Obviously, the supplier knows the place of the location of recipient. That would be the place of supply. Okay, sir. Sir, what if it is B2C supply? B2C means the recipient is not registered. Recipient is not registered. Still, you can look for location of recipient if it is available. No, sir, it is not available. Then you can take the location of supplier, guys. Then you can take the location of supplier. Yes, I will just read it. You can see here. The default presumption for place of supply in respect of registered recipients, that is B2B supply, that is supply of services, is the location of such person, that is the recipient. Since the recipient is registered, address of the recipient is always there, and the same can be taken as a proxy for place of supply. Okay, sir. Then the default presumption for place of supply in respect of unregistered recipient, that is B2C supply of services, is also the location of recipient. First choice is location of recipient. If that is not available, then only we will take the location of supplier as location of supplier. So in simple, if I have to tell, I have given it here. You can see if it is a B2B supply where recipient is registered, location of recipient fixed. No, sir, it is a B2C supply. Still look for location of recipient if available. If not, then location of supplier. Got it? Yes, sir. Fine. So now let us go and read the section. There are a number of cases under this, guys. So please be attentive. Easy, it is easy. Yeah, pay attention. First, general principle. So, general principle you need to apply only when your supply of services is not covered under special cases, guys. They have given number of special cases or exception cases. What is the place of supply in that scenario? If your supply of service is not covered under any of the special cases, then you have to apply general principle. Is that clear? Yes. So, we will see that. So general principle, recipient is registered, that is B2B, location of recipient. No, sir, recipient is not registered, still look into the location of recipient. If that is not available, then the location of supplier. Whatever rebuttable presumption we saw. Yes. Now coming to the special cases. Guys, when your supply falls under any of the special cases, you have to apply this. Okay. Yes, sir. Let us see one by one. Directly related to immobile properties, lodging accommodation, accommodation for functions, or ancillary services to the above. Anything connected to the above, like decoration, catering, or anything related to immobile property or lodging accommodation, or you are booking any convention hall along with decoration services, all those falls here. Okay. Sir, what is the place of supply? Location where the immobile property or boat or vessel is located or intended to be located. See, if it is already constructed, obviously wherever it is located, you will take it. If it is yet to be constructed, sir, construction is not yet completed. Assume I have booked a pre-construction building. It is a supply of services. So what is the place of supply? Wherever it is intended to be located. That is wherever it is supposed to be constructed. That is the place of supply. Okay, sir. If the location of immobile property or boat or vessel is located outside India, then we need to take location of recipient and not the location of immobile property, guys. Okay. Sir, what if the immobile property is located in more than one state? Then the supplier and recipient will have any contract or agreement, and as per that, what is the value charged for each state? We need to decide the place of supply separately. For each state, whatever the amount is charged by the supplier to the recipient, we need to decide the place of supply separately. No, sir, there is no contract or agreement between the supplier and recipient. In that case, decide as per rules, guys. Decide as per rules means generally acceptable accounting principles. Generally acceptable accounting principles. Yes, sir. That is gap. Yes. Next, restaurant and catering services, personal grooming, fitness, beauty treatment, health service, including cosmetic and plastic surgery, wherever it is actually performed, guys. For example, assume a person is going to a beauty parlor or a salon to get any treatment there or any services. So wherever the actual service is performed, that is in the salon or beauty parlor, that is the place of supply. Sir, what if I book that service at home only? Now the person will come and perform the service at home. Then wherever is your home, no, that is the place of supply. That is the place of supply, because you can book any of the services, assume at home also. You want to receive it at home, then your home would be the place of supply, guys. If not, if you are going to their place, then that would be the place of supply. Next, training and performance appraisal. If recipient is registered, location of recipient. You know, sir, recipient is not registered, then location where the service is actually performed. Okay, let me give an example. Assume you appointed me to give training to your employees about income tax or even GST. So I am providing training, and the training is provided in your office, assume in Rajasthan. So service is actually performed in Rajasthan. Now, what is place of supply depends on whether you are registered or not. Assume you are a recipient who is registered under GST. Then wherever you are registered, that is the place of supply. Assume you are registered in Rajasthan only. So that is the place of supply. No, sir, you are not registered. You are still a small supplier. In that case, wherever the service is actually performed, that is the place of supply. So I have performed the service in Rajasthan. That is the place of supply. Now assume you have told, sir, you give services to my clients in Tamil Nadu. You have appointed me, you are unregistered. You told, because sir, you give services to my client in Tamil Nadu. Where am I performing the services, training services in Tamil Nadu? That is the place of supply. If you are not registered. If you are not registered. Okay. Next, admission to or a cultural, artistic, sporting, or scientific, educational, entertainment event or amusement park and services ancillary thereto. Anything ancillary to them. Okay. Place where the event is held or where the park or such place is located. And this is a place of supply for the entry fee which is charged for an admission for an event or any particular place, guys. For example, assume there is Wonderla, that amusement park or water park in Bangalore. So I want to go there for a day. They're charging me, assume 1500. So on that, what is the place of supply means? Wherever Wonderla is located, that is in Bangalore or Karnataka. It is in the outskirts of Bangalore. So let us consider it as Karnataka. So the place of supply is Karnataka. Next, assume A.R. Rahman is conducting a concert in Hyderabad. The entry fee for each and every person, depending upon the category, is 1000, 5000, 10,000, like that. So for this, what is the place of supply, sir? Wherever the event is held, that is Hyderabad. Wherever the event is actually held, that is the place of supply, guys. Okay, sir. Next, organization of the above events, including conferences, fair exhibition, etc., or ancillary services, or assigning of sponsorships of such events. So we took an example of A.R. Rahman doing a concert in Hyderabad. Sir, can he arrange all the events? No, it is not possible. He cannot be involved in organization. Yes, he will just come, participate in the event, sing, entertain the people, and go back. Okay. Now let us assume he has given me the task. I am an event management company. So A. Rahman has assigned me, because you take care of this event, organize it really well. People should enjoy like anything. So make sure that everything is at its best, and even security should be taken care. Everything he assigned to me. So I told, okay, sir, no problem. I will take care. And for this, I am charging him 20 lakh. So for my services which I am providing, that is organization of the above concert, 20 lakh I am charging. What is the place of supply? It depends on whether AR Rahman is registered or not. If AR Rahman, who is a recipient of my services, if he is registered, wherever he is registered, assume he is registered in Tamil Nadu. So the location of recipient, that is Tamil Nadu, will be the place of supply. Sir, what if AR Rahman is not registered? Let us assume now he is not registered. Then where the event is actually held, no, that is Hyderabad. That is the place of supply, Telangana. Okay. Sir, what if the event is held outside India? Then location of recipient if the event is held outside India. For example, assume in Hyderabad the event was full grand success. Now A.R. Rahman also told, because you organize one concert in Dubai and I am organizing an event for A.R. Rahman in Dubai, which is outside India, and let us assume A.R. Rahman is not registered under GST. In that case, the location of recipient, wherever he is, assume he is in Maharashtra. So that is the place of supply. That is the place of supply. And please be careful, he is not registered. If he is registered, where the event is held doesn't matter. It is always the location of recipient is the place of supply. If recipient is not registered, then we need to see. If the event is held in India, then wherever the event is held. No, sir, event is held outside India, then the location of recipient. Okay, sir. Next, if the activity is in more than one state, then we need to take proportionate. Proportionate means same like here. We need to take whatever is the value for each state as per the contract or agreement. If there is no contract or agreement, then we need to go as per the rules, which is gap. Yes, sir. Next, transportation of goods and passengers. So if recipient is registered, location of recipient. No, sir, recipients are not registered. It is common people who are availing these services. Then location from where the transportation of goods or passenger starts, guys. That is wherever the passenger embark the mode of transportation or wherever the goods are handed over for transportation. So in simple, wherever the journey will start, either of the goods or passengers. Got it? Yes, sir. Then onboard a conveyance, if any services is rendered, we saw already for goods. Now onboard a conveyance, that is during your transit or during your travel, if you have availed any services, then what is the place of supply for it? Location of first scheduled point of departure of that conveyance for the journey. For example, assume I am taking a flight from Bangalore to Mumbai, and during the journey I have taken various services like massage services or any other services. For this, what is the place of supply means? Where did I start the journey? So where did the first scheduled point of departure is? Bangalore. That is the place of supply, guys. Got it? Yes. Next, with respect to telecommunication services, including data transfer, broadcasting, cable TV services, etc., the place of services depends on what kind of services you have taken. First one, fixed telecom line, cable or dish antenna. The place of its installation or fixing is the place of supply. For example, assume I am getting a landline connection to my office. So where it is installed in my office, that is the place of supply. Okay, sir. Next, postpaid mobile or internet services, the billing address will be the place of supply. If by chance, if that is not available, then the location of supplier. Then the location of supplier, guys. Next, prepaid mobile internet or DTH services. How are you getting that services? Check it first. If it is through selling agent or reseller or distributor, then the address of such selling agent, reseller, distributor as in the records of the supplier will be the place of supply. Okay. Next, if you are getting it through by any person to final subscriber, then location where that prepayment is received or where the place of sale of voucher is the place of supply. Sale of voucher means previously it used to be there. Now it is very less prevalent. So assume you have purchased a voucher for 50 rupees. You will scratch that card and whatever number is given there, you will dial for it. You will get recharged. You will get recharged. So wherever that voucher is sold, no, that is the place of supply. Okay, sir. Then in other cases, sorry, the last one is there here. When payment made through electronic modes, sir, I am getting recharged through GPay, Phone Pay, or any other pay. In that case, location of recipients in the records of suppliers, guys. Okay, sir. Then in any other case, address of the recipient as per the records. If by chance, if the address of recipient is not available, then the place of supplier or the location of supplier. Okay, so this is with respect to telecommunication. We have some more. Banking and financial services or stockbroking services. In that case, the location of recipient of service, if address exists, normally address will exist because there are a lot of KYC norms now applicable. So location of recipient will be available. Okay. If in case, if that is not available, then they are asking you, the second option is take location of supplier. Okay, sir. Next, insurance services. Location of recipient is the place of supply. Whether recipient is registered or not, location of recipient we need to take, and it will be there because the insured who has taken the policy obviously would have given their address, because if anything goes wrong, the insurance company has to reach their address at least. No? Yes, sir. Next, advertising services to government means the recipient is government, whether central or state, any. Okay. Each of the states or union territory where the advertisement is broadcasted, displayed, run, or disseminated, that is wherever it is telecasted. And if it is in multiple states, we need to take proportionate value, guys, as per the contract or the agreement. If that is not there, then as usual, rules. Got it? And it is based on the number of internet subscribers in each state, like that. Okay, sir. Fine. So please be careful. This is only advertisement services given to the government. Sir, what if advertisement services is given to others who is recipient is not a government? Then you need to apply the general principle. You need to apply general principle. Guys, we have seen the list of special cases. If your supply of services is not covered here, I already told you what should you apply? General principle. There is also a clarification with respect to one advertisement. Guys, just look here. Just a minute. Yeah. So assume you own this board, signboard or billboard. Yes, you own it. Now I want to give advertisement for my brand or product in this place. So you are letting out this space to me. You are letting out this space to me empty. I can use it to advertise my product however I want. So you are giving a space to me to advertise my product, and it is immovable because it is attached to the land. Yes. So where will this service fall in? Here, guys. Here. Got it? So the place of supply would be wherever that immovable property is located. Wherever it is located. That is the signboard or billboard. Okay. Or hoarding. In short, we call it as. Yes, sir. Next, there is another type. Now assume you are a vendor or an advertising agency. You are a vendor or advertising agency. You own this board, or else you have taken it on rent from someone else. Okay. And now you will advertise my product here. I want to advertise my product, so I have approached you. You are like an advertising agency or a vendor who owns this place, or you have taken it on rent. Okay. Now you will advertise my product here. You will advertise my product here. Are you giving the space for me totally? No, no. You are just providing advertising services. So when you are providing advertising services to me, who is not a government, the place of supply will be as per general principle. We need to see whether I am registered or not. Hope you understood. So if it is a letting out of space in a hoarding or billboard or signboard, then it will fall here, guys. If it is an advertising services, then it will fall here, provided I am not a government. Got it? Yes. And I have also given few examples here to decide the nature of supply. Here I have given location of supplier and place of supply. We need to decide whether it is intra or inter, and accordingly what would be levied. You can just pause the video for a moment and go through it, guys. Especially the last two, SEZ, non-SEZ and all. Even though it is within the same states, we call it as interstate supply, and IGST would be levied. Because as I mentioned you, the SEZ is considered to be a location outside India. Okay, sir. Now coming back to this, for this also in my provision book, I have number of illustrations, guys. So you can see here, for each of the case I have mentioned illustration 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And each of the case has a subsection. But in my revision book, I have not mentioned the subsections. If you can remember it with subsections, please have a look into you and try to remember it. If not, if you remember the main section also, more than sufficient. Yes, guys. So I will just quickly display the illustrations here. have a look into. I want you to pause the video and go through it. Arey, pause the video, go through. What are you looking there? For each of the case, I have given the illustration. Yes, that's all. Fine, guys. So we have covered all the provisions. Yes. So section 13 is not a part of your syllabus. Now we will go to the section list. Come to the sections list at the beginning of the revision book. We'll just mark whatever sections we have covered. Straight away come to IGST Act, because as I already mentioned you, anything we covered in this chapter is a part of IGST Act, guys. Oh. Section 7 talks about the interstate supply. Yes, sir. Then section 8 talks about intra. Then 9, supply in territorial waters, that is location of supplier or place of supply if it is in territorial waters. Then we need to consider it in the nearest coastal state or the nearest union territory to the baseline. Then section 10 talks about the place of supply of goods other than supply of goods in imported into or exported in simple domestic transaction. Sir, what if it is import or export? It is covered in section 11. It is not a part of your syllabus. Okay. Then place of supply for services where the location of supplier as well as location of recipient is in India is decided as per section 12. If any one of this is outside India, then section 13. But section 13 is not a part of your syllabus. Yes, sir. Then few more sections of IGST Act is there in your syllabus, like zero rated supply and all. But guys, listen here. Majority of the syllabus covered in your inter syllabus or majority of the portions or provisions covered is a part of CGST Act. Yes. And from next chapter, whatever we will be learning, that is from time of supply, everything is covered in CGST Act. And in section 20 of IGST Act, they have clearly told that if there is no separate provisions covered under IGST Act, then mutatis mutandis, whatever is already covered under CGST Act, same to same is applicable even for interstate supply under section 20 of IGST Act. So in simple, if anything is not separately covered under IGST, whatever is already covered in CGST, same thing is applicable. Got it? Yes. Then one more thing is there with respect to foreign tourist coming to India. This is with respect to the nature of supply, guys. If a foreign tourist is coming to India and if they are buying any goods in India, whatever they will pay is IGST. If a foreign tourist is buying any goods in India, it might be within the same state. Still, it will be treated as interstate supply and IGST would be levied. And if they are taking that goods outside India, then it is at par with exports. We treat it as zero rated supply. And whatever IGST they have paid in India while purchasing, no, we will give a refund. We will give a refund. Sir, what if that foreign tourist consumed that goods in India or he gifted it to someone in India? Then no refund of IGST, guys. No refund of IGST. Got it? Yes, sir. So that is what is covered in section 15. Fine, guys. So that is all with respect to concept of supply and place of supply, which we covered in this chapter.